Good morning, children. Today, let us discuss about the characteristics of a periodic table. On the screen, you will find the picture of a periodic table. Let me try to explain the main characteristics or features of the periodic table. See, in a periodic table, you will find 7 periods. Through last video, I tried to explain what is meant by a period and a group. The horizontal means this way. The horizontal rows are called periods. The horizontal rows are called periods. Horizontal means this way. And the vertical columns this way. The vertical columns are called groups. Once again, horizontal rows are called periods and vertical columns are called groups. Now, if you carefully observe in this periodic table, you will find 7 periods starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 periods are there. 7 periods are there. 7 periods. See, to remember the number of periods, just think about your class timetable. Every day, you have a 7 period system in our school. We have got 7 periods in daily timetable. In our daily timetable, the same way in periodic table also we have got 7 periods. And now about the groups, we have 8 groups. Starting from here, this is the first group, and this is the 8th group here. And these groups are divided into A and B. In that way, altogether 18 groups are there. Both the concepts are accepted for the examination point of view. So we will, for the time being, we will consider there are 8 groups. Okay. So here is the first group, then second, then here comes the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and 8. In this way, there are 8 groups are there. Groups, I told you, groups are subdivided, altogether are 18. So that concept we will discuss in coming classes. Okay. Now, as a class 10th student, you need to by heart the names of some of the major groups. The first group which we have to discuss about is, the first one is here. The first one is with a red color. This first group is called alkali metals. We call this is the first group. This first group is called alkali metals because these metals can easily form alkalis or bases. The first group, this group is called alkali metals because they can easily form alkalis. So hence they are called alkali metals. The very next group, that is starting with beryllium, ending with radon. This second group is called alkaline earth metals. They are also called this one. This group is also called alkaline earth metals. They can also form alkalis, but the difference with the previous group is these metals like beryllium, magnesium, calcium, these metals forms alkalis which are considered as less strong. So we call it alkaline earth metal. The first group, alkali metals, very strong alkalis. The second is called alkaline earth metals. Weak, it forms weak alkalis. Now we have to discuss about the 7th group. These are the main groups we have to learn in class 10 syllabus. Here is a 7th group starting with the fluorine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, like that it goes. This 7th group is called halogens. They are called halogens because they are salt formers. They are used for formation of salts. So the 7th group elements are called salt formers, and hence they are called halogens. And now the last one here is starting with the lithium, neon, argon, like that, krypton, xenon, radon. These 8th group elements are called noble gases or inert gases. They called as these 8th group elements are called noble gases because they are least reactive, they are non-reactive, they are not at all interested in reaction, so they are called noble gases. Okay, so these are the main groups you have to remember as a class 10 students. Once again, the first one alkali metals, second alkaline earth metals, seventh one halogens, and eighth one is noble gas. Okay, now just for your information, some more points I want to share with you. The center, this portion which is in yellow in color, they are called transition elements, and few elements are placed below the main body of the periodic table. That is, one is lanthanides, and the second is called actinides. These two groups, lanthanides and actinides, these two groups are kept outside the main body of the periodic table because their properties are slightly different from the rest of the elements. Since their properties are slightly different, they kept out of the main body of the periodic table. Okay, so just for information, I've just told you that, that's all. Then this left and right wing of the periodic table, left side mostly metals, and right wing this side mostly non-metals, and these both the wings together we call the normal representative elements. Both the wings, the left wing metals and right wings non-metal, both these elements together we call it normal representative elements. These are some of the basic characteristics of periodic table. Let me move to the next point. As a class 10th student, you need to learn the electronic configuration and you need to learn the details of elements from hydrogen to calcium, starting with hydrogen and ending with calcium. So you need to draw this diagram in your fair copy also. The first element, as I told you, starting with the hydrogen and ending with the calcium. The first period contains two elements, hydrogen and helium. Second period is starting with the lithium and ending with the neon. Third period starting with the sodium and ending with argon. And the fourth period starts with potassium and then followed by calcium. So this structure need to be in front of you. Now, when we want to explain about the periodic properties, you need to know all these structures and where these elements are placed. You should know crystal clear where these elements are placed in the periodic table. I'll tell you how to find out from the atomic number. Easily we can find out in which group and which period these elements are placed. So just the same thing I have presented here in a slightly different way. Here atomic structure is not there. I have written all the electronic configurations, so things will be much more clear. Hydrogen with atomic number 1, electronic configuration 1, helium 2, lithium atomic number 3, electronic configuration 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, like that it goes. You write and practice. Third period starting with the sodium atomic number 11, electronic configuration 281, magnesium atomic number 12, electronic configuration 282, like that it goes, and up to calcium electronic configuration you can write like this. I think all of you know how to write the electronic configuration, so just all these things you are learning from class 7 onwards. So still I'll just take an example how to write the electronic configuration. For example, if you want to write the electronic configuration of atomic number 19, that is potassium, the electronic configuration will be presented like this. First shell's capacity, as you all know, 2, second shell capacity is 8, third shell the capacity is more, but still it will be stable with 8 electron in the last shell, that is octet structure, and the rest, now only 2 plus 8 10 plus 8 18, now only 1 electron is left out, that one can be placed like this. That is how the electronic configuration is 2881. These all things you know very well, so I know that just to bring you in touch with this, just I told you, that's all. So this structure you need to be in your mind very clearly, and from the electronic configuration you can very clearly predict this element belongs to which group and which period. For example, suppose if I take this element sodium 281, you will find 3 shells there, 2 8 1. 1, that means the shells are K, L, M, 3 shells are there. There are 3 shells. If an element is having 3 shells, that element you will find in third period always. So number of shells will clearly tell you that which period that element belongs. Okay, so sodium is in third period because it has got 3 shells, and potassium in fourth period because it has got 4 shells. Lithium is placed in second period because it has got only 2 shells. I think it is somewhat clear for you. Now to find out about the group, see, look at this first group. First group, all elements are having one valence electron. Last cell contains one valence electron. एक valence electron last cell में है. So valence electron will tell you which group that element belongs. All these elements are having one valence electron, so they belongs to first group. The second group elements, last cell contains two elements, two electrons, so they belongs to second group. And third group elements are having three electrons in their last cell, so they belongs to third third group. And look at here, seventh group, the elements are having seven electrons, so it belongs to seventh group. So an atom's place can be identified by its shell as well as by valence electron. Valence electron will tell you about group, and shell will give you a hint about a period. You write the electronic configuration of one element and practice by yourself. Thank you.